that guy on the 125 GN, Suzuki GN, riding 2 up. So I'm not really sure what I want to, you know, what my next bike will be and what I want to go for next. I want a bigger bike. Good little bikes. I think they would make for a really fun project, like a cafe racer project. Yeah. Anywho. So guys, I am wearing my new Shoei Z-7 helmet, or also known as the RF1200. And this is my first time motovlogging with this helmet. I finally got the mount set up and the mic installed, and I'm not sure, we'll see how the sound is. I'm pretty much going with the exact same setup, but I don't know, maybe with the when my GoPro took a tumble in the crash last month, it may have, I don't know, damaged it a little bit, because the front monitor, or the little the front monitor is not working entirely. Anywho, I'm heading into Tokyo today, and you know what they say, change is as good as a vacation. I'm always riding those country roads, which are beautiful and which I love. But sometimes it's just fun to head into town and do some lane splitting and see the sights and lights of the big city. Yeah, I mean, if I had a choice, I would be heading out to the mountains again. I would be exploring some, you know, parts of the countryside which I haven't seen yet. A lot of places I still want to go, that are not too far away. Do you hear the engine? It sounds like it's idling pretty loud. I think it's been doing that recently. Anyways, I should probably get that checked. I'm just sort of rambling right now, but today I want to talk about, let's talk about the bike today. The VTR250, and let's do sort of a long-term review of this bike. Hey, mister. 50cc. Alright, so it's almost been 2 years since I got the bike, and I just renewed the Jibaiseki, which is the required insurance, the most basic required insurance for the bike, the other day, and I put the new sticker on my license plate, and I realized, oh wow, it's been 2 years. 2 years, so let's do a long-term review of the VTR250. Okay, you've probably seen my video, 10 things I love about the VTR250 and 10 things I hate about the VTR250. And just to recap, some of the reasons why I bought this bike, I knew I was going to be doing commuting on it. I knew I was going to be doing a lot of kilometers, and I do about 1,200 kilometers a month. Those are commuting kilometers. And then I do some touring and exploring on the bike. But I needed something that I was going to be fairly economical, fun to ride, and also very reliable. So that's why I went with the VTR250, and I haven't been disappointed on those fronts. They're pretty economical. A friend of mine bought the Balius 250, and also in the 250 class, and really nice bike, really good looks, and has a great 4-cylinder inline engine, and God, I love the sound of the inline 4. They call them inline 4 in Japan, but yeah, they sound great. And that little 250 has, I think, like 45 horsepower. This is before they put the regulations on, you know, on these bikes to try to make them more, more in line with the emission restrictions and all that sort of stuff. So I really like that bike. Really good looking bike, but the mileage, I get much better mileage just because I do so many kilometers on this. I wanted to get something that has better mileage, so I get about 28 kilometers per liter on this. I think on average he gets about 18. So, you know, that's a pretty big difference. And then when, you know, when a 250 four-cylinder inline doesn't make much difference from a 400cc, or from what I understand, like a bigger bike, like 600 or even bigger, you get about the same, just because of the number of cylinders that you have. This being a V-twin, it only has 2, obviously, and it's pretty good on the gas. As far as reliability, I've not had any problems with this bike. I've done my maintenance well, but no mechanical problems, no electrical problems, anything like that. I have been pretty faithful with, you know, the oil change, changing the plugs, all that sort of stuff. And I've put 26,000 kilometers on this bike since I bought it. So in these, over the 2 years, I put about 26,000 kilometers. This little, he's probably not liking my loud motorbike right next to him. But, oh, look at this traffic. Not so fun. Where was I? Yeah, so I've done quite a few kilometers and I haven't had any problems with this bike, really. So, I mean, of course, there's not a whole lot, you know, and I know it could just go a whole lot more. So reliability, fairly economical bike, and it's been great. I crashed it recently and I was able to fix it for real cheap. So if you can do some of the DIY, if you can do the maintenance yourself, you're gonna have a really easy go of maintaining this bike, because it's a naked bike and it is so easy to get to all the places that you need to, like the plugs, you know, there's no cowls to remove. The cowl, the undercowl that I put on this bike, you can do an oil change without even removing the cowl. There are other undercowls that you have to take off completely, and that's another step that you just, you know, need to take with some other bikes or with some other undercowls that you put on. But the one that I installed, you don't even need to take it off. You don't even need to remove it to get to the oil and the filter. So that's, yeah, maintaining this bike is such a breeze. Another great thing I love about this bike is there's a lot you can do with it, as far as changing things and yeah, for example, the undercowl, I put a screen on it, I changed the mirrors, I put some grip visors for the winter, I changed the handlebar. I assume you could do, you know, all of these things. I know you could do all of these things for like a sport bike or yeah, other bikes, but it seems like for the VTR250 there's just so many parts that are compatible with it, and it seems so like you could do it on a real budget, you know. If you're a little bit DIY inclined, you can do all the maintenance and the mods for so cheap. I mean, relatively. So that's another thing that I really like about this bike. It is quite easy to maintain. On another note, is this fun bike to ride? I would say yes, it is definitely fun to ride. It's got good low to mid-range torque, and it's very flat, it's very even, you know, so you get that power like right from the beginning, and it just keeps going and going. And of course it doesn't have, I think it doesn't have any spikes or anything like that. It doesn't have you know, like super top, the high-end speed, but for a 250 it's a really good little bike, and it's really fun. It's fun to ride. It's easy to ride in the city, and it's fun to ride in the mountains. And if you're looking for a bike that is a good, reliable bike, great for commuting, great for beginners, and also pretty fun and sporty, I would say go for the VTR250. You will not be disappointed. One thing though is that if you, like, I'm a fairly short rider. I'm 168 centimeters tall, and you know, I don't have really long legs. I'm not a big guy. I only weigh, well, like 65 kilos. So you know, it fits me perfectly. But if you're a really tall guy, if you're a big guy, if you weigh a lot more, if you've got, you know, you might have to figure out how to work the handles. Like, you might want to put the handlebars a bit further from you. Maybe you want to move the pegs a little bit. I'm not sure how you'd want to do that, but anyway, it is a good bike to start with. And if you're just looking for a starter bike or something to go with for a while, you know, while you get used to riding, it's a very confidence-inspiring motorbike. For me though, I could see myself keeping this for quite a while, and because it fits me well. It fits me real well, and it fits my needs. Like, I need a commuter. I need something that's reliable. I need something that's also fun to take up to the mountains. And after 2 years, yes, I do want more power. I want a bigger bike. When I crashed my bike recently, I was thinking, oh, you know, I was tempted for a minute, like, should I just go for a 400 now? But at that time though, I kind of want to go try a Ninja 400, or I don't know, maybe the CBR 400 also looks pretty cool. I think I'm gonna want ABS. I'm not sure. So I do have, you know, sort of an attraction for like sport bikes and that kind. I also really like the naked bikes, but I don't know if I'm not sure exactly what I want to go for just yet. Hey, look at this guy. Suzuki GSX250. That's a 250. You can tell a 250 here in Japan by the license plate. If he has a white license without a green trim on the end, that means it's a 250. If it's got a green trim, it's a 400cc or more. Oh, look at that. He's got a drum brake? A drum brake for the rear? Huh. It's interesting. I don't know, man. I don't know. So I'm not really sure what I want to, you know, what my next bike will be and what I want to go for next. So for now, I'm keeping this bike, and I think over the next year or two, I'll try riding a few 400s and see what I really want to ride.